What's up, everybody? Today we are walking you through San Francisco and drinking a drink called Punch de la Pisco. Boys, if you have a habit of coming on too strong, please just know we don't want your schlong. If you'd like to hear the details, come along. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Up to Date. Today we have Erica Shutty on the show. She is a San Diego-based travel and foodie influencer.
Thank you for having me.
Yay, thank
so
you
excited.
So much for joining. Cheers. Take a little sip. Woo!
It's delish.
Super yummy. We're not going to tell you what we're drinking till a little bit later, but we are going to start off with a little bit about Miss Erica. So tell me about you.
Thank you. So I am born and raised in Bumfuck, Illinois. It's actually called it's actually called Barrington, but we call it Borington because there's nothing to do. Basically, it's like a hot night is like TGI Fridays in the movies. So,
oh wow,
yeah, definitely wanted to
TGIF.
escape. Yeah, I low-key I was like looking for a TGI Fridays like because I was craving it. No, there's like not one like in a 20-mile radius, and I was debating on like driving to find one. I was like craving. They're like,
TGIF.
Yeah, some pretzel breadstick things.
Yum. Okay.
Yeah, it sounded like a good time. But anywho, I wanted to leave Borington because it was just like, there's nothing to do. And I've always been a California girl at heart, I feel like. I've been coming out here for vacation every summer since I was 3.
Really?
Yeah. So
what part did you come to?
Like the Carlsbad area.
Nice,
my parents had like a timeshare. So that was like our
good old timeshares.
Yeah, I know, right?
Are we gonna be that one day? Are we gonna be timeshares?
I hope so. I kind of wish my parents would like pass it down. I don't think it's gonna happen, but yeah, so it was a good time and I just felt like that was where I belonged. So when it came to college, I just applied only in California. I was like, I'm not even gonna dabble in Borington.
No. Yeah, you got to get out, a change of scenery.
Exactly.
For sure.
And there's so much more to do here, and like the weather, you can't like beat it. So I was excited, and I got into University of San Diego. Yeah, so I went there for 4 years and got my bachelor's degree in communication and marketing.
I'm a major as well.
Oh heck yeah. Yeah, we're communicating.
We are.
Exactly.
We're
We've
really good at
put our
already.
degree to use. Yeah.
Yes.
So exactly. So I came out here and I didn't want to leave ever since I came out here, and it's been amazing ever since.
I love that. Okay,
Yeah.
so came out here, and did you come out here by yourself?
I did, yeah. My sister actually went to University of San Diego before me, so you could say I'm following her footsteps. But she's like an actress. She's like out in LA.
Really?
Yeah, she actually works. I don't know if you've ever heard of like Jay Shetty, but they do like a lot of like inspirational videos. Yeah, so she works for his team. Yeah, so
very cool. I would love to hear more about that.
Yeah, so she's cool. She like does a lot of their scripts. She like helps find people to like perform in his like little skits and stuff like that. So she's living the life out in LA, but I
call me if you need anyone.
Exactly, yeah. Right. I love his videos. I'm like, I'm so inspired.
Seriously, they're so like calming and also like in your face about like, wow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, thank you for serving it. Like
serving it because we are
real.
Deserving it. Let's go.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. We just talked at the same time. But yeah, so she's in the actress route and I decided to go into public relations. Right now I work at Power Digital Marketing. Okay. We actually got acquired. I used to be at Covet Public Relations, but it's now called Covet Consumer. Okay. So it's just like a little department in Power Digital Marketing. Basically, we do public relations for a ton of like lifestyle, beauty, food, and beverage clients, which definitely helped grow my like side hustle.
Right up your alley.
Yeah, exactly. It was like meant to be. So I'm super happy.
What is your Instagram name for our listeners?
Okay. 3 years ago, I decided that it was appropriate to name my Instagram Erica_Shutty.
Shutty.
And some background there. I am 4'11", super short.
I gave her a hug and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, she had to bend really far down.
I'm 5'6", which I don't find super tall, but
yeah, no, anything is tall to me as long as it's like above 5 feet. I remember I like asked the doctor when I was little if I was gonna make it to 5 feet, and they were like, no, and I cried.
Aw.
So yeah, but it's okay. The Instagram name worked out, and like my last name's Shutty, so like Shutty. I thought it was clever, and it's just like stuck ever since.
Can you ride all the rides?
Yes. Oh my God, so many guys have asked me that question, and I'm like semi-offended, but I'm also like, I understand the concern.
There was no amount of offensiveness that I wanted to put out there, but like I was concerned right now.
No, it's true. Yeah. Sometimes I debate.
What's the
Yeah.
cutoff?
It's hard for me to like reach like, like the handles that come over. I have to like sit up and grab.
Stop.
Yeah, and use like my body weight to like put it over myself. Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta
exactly.
make sure you're strapped in. We can't have you flying out of there.
I know.
Our little Shutty.
dangerous. Exactly. But
That's a super cute name and honestly one that everyone will remember. So
true, it
Erica
sticks.
Shutty. Love that. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so I basically like my whole Instagram is like lifestyle, food, travel. I'm a big traveler. I want to take like any opportunity I can get to travel. Right now it's pretty hard with COVID.
I know. Yes.
Exactly.
So when's your birthday?
It's March 8th.
March 8th. Okay.
Mhm.
So you're a Pisces. I love Pisces.
Yes,
No wonder
we're
I already
emotional.
loved you. Very emotional. But also, so I was actually traveling during your birthday. I was in London, I think. I just went to London, Ireland, and Scotland for a month. I came back the day of the travel ban. So
Amazing.
you probably got to have a pretty normal birthday.
Yeah, my birthday was actually pretty normal. It was right before like everything truly hit. I think it was like 2 days later is when like everything was like shut down. Like we started working remote, like all that jazz. So for my birthday, we actually did goat yoga. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Yeah, it was
One
fun.
of my girlfriends did it in Hawaii, and it was adorable.
It's hilarious. They just like jump up
So
on
cute.
you, and you get to like
So
pick
cute.
them up.
They're baby goats, right?
Yeah, they're tiny. Like
imagine a big ass goat. Just kinda
right?
like-
And I was kind of concerned at first, and I was like, is it gonna like punch me with its like little hooves? Like, I don't know, understand. But no, it was a really fun time, and there's a great photo of like a
Aw.
goat on my back. So now I always have that, and I got a like little plant baby. So it was a good birthday. It was good. Yeah.
That's out here?
Yeah, it was out here. Yeah. I think it was like a little bit more inland.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Makes sense.
my boyfriend set it up, and he was just like,
Very
yeah, that was a
sweet.
fun idea. I was like, I was not, when he told me, I was like, goat yoga? And he's like, are you not excited? And I'm like, no, I just like wasn't expecting goat yoga.
You're all goga?
Yeah.
Goat yoga?
Goga.
Goga.
It's the new normal yoga.
Yeah, the new norm. No, but that sounds super fun. We can't be around
Mhm.
people, but we can be around goats. So like,
Exactly. No harm, no foul
I
with
think
goats.
that's the way to go. So
Exactly.
very
Yeah.
cool. Okay. So love that. So my little Pisces queen. Okay. So loves to travel, but so didn't go anywhere this year for your birthday because of everything going
Mhm.
on.
Yeah.
But so where are a couple of your favorite places that you love to travel?
Yeah. Portland was one of my favorite places I've ever been. And like I feel like it's very underrated.
Yeah, I've never been to Portland, so I've like wanted to go. Right now there's some crazy things
Yeah,
happening.
do not
but
go right now.
Definitely not. It's gonna be a no from me.
Yeah.
But like, you know, in the future I would love to go there. And so yeah, I'd
Yeah.
love to hear like what you loved about it, what's
Yeah.
like the draw.
Yeah, well, one thing I miss from Borington is like the leaves changing.
Borington,
I know,
yeah.
Barrington. In like the season. So when we went to Portland, we went last October, and I almost forgot that like the seasons are a thing. I've just been like out in California for so long that when we like
I know it's so hot right now.
yeah, I'm dying. I have no AC, but
Mhm.
but I was like so excited because I was like, oh my gosh, like from the plane I could like see all like the leaves with the like the color changes, and it just felt like Halloween in a town, and it was awesome. So it was like nice and chilly. And when we got there, it's also like a really big foodie town. A lot of really good like Asian cuisine.
Oh my god.
Asian is my
Okay,
freaking favorite.
if you could eat one food for the rest of your life,
like
what would it
one
be?
specific meal.
Or like one type of food, like one for me it would be like
Asian.
Asian food. Like
Yeah,
I can't even say
100%.
Chinese or Japanese or Vietnamese. Like I love
Yeah, it's
anything,
all of it.
anything you can eat with soy sauce.
Yeah, or like teriyaki or like spicy
Teriyaki.
mayo, like fuck me
Spicy
up.
mayo. Oh my god, Trader Joe's has this, I think almost
I've
pretty
heard of
new.
it.
It's this or like this spicy mayo. I just bought it.
Yeah.
I've eaten it on things I probably shouldn't have just because like I love it.
I will
It's
just
so
try it to
good.
try it. Like I will take like different. I'm like a
I made
weird
a
sauce girl.
quesadilla.
Yeah, no, that would be good. I feel like it would be
So
good.
fucking good.
Dip some fries in it, maybe a potato chip.
Oh my god.
Like it sounds weird to
Yeah,
other people,
everything.
but it's good.
No, literally anything salty, like
Yeah,
spicy mayo it
spicy
up.
mayo. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So I mean, like I would eat Asian food all day long, and that's like one of the main things we had out in Portland. It was so good. It was to the point where like my stomach like hurt because I was like pushing how much I could eat.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
at all these places, we hopped around to different restaurants and just had like what was like famous at each restaurant.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh, it was so good.
So what do you have any on the top of your mind, a couple like ones to shout out that you were like, you have to go here?
Oh gosh, I'm really bad with names. I'm trying to think of like, there was this place called Boom Crepes. This is a funny story. So I like saw it on social media on like a Portland like hashtag or something like that. And it was like a crepe with ice cream in it and then creme brulee. And then they like bruleed the top. So it was like legit creme brulee on this crepe. And I was like, I need to have it. And when we got there, we didn't realize that it was in a mall, like out in the middle of nowhere. And I was like, I don't care. We're Ubering.
We're getting up in this bitch. Yeah.
Exactly. So we Ubered to this random mall, like 35 minutes away. And I was like, it's happening. I'm getting this crepe. And it was so good. I like, you have to like crack the top and like everything, like a little like creme brulee.
Wow.
It was delicious. It was a great time.
Worth the drive.
Yeah. And then there was also this place called PDX Sliders. And if you're into like any kind of like sandwiches or burgers or
who doesn't
any,
love a fucking
right?
sandwich or a burger?
Yeah. And it was like good and saucy. Like there was like a lot of sauce up in there.
That's the best.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't want a dry burger.
We're not a dry guy. No.
Yeah.
We need it to be
lost in the sauce.
We need WAP, wet ass.
Yeah. PDX burgers.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So that place was really good. And like I love to like try a little bit of everything. So with like it being like little sliders, you could have like we had like 4 and we like split all of them so we could try a bunch of different things. It was awesome. Yeah.
Are you a picky eater at all?
No, I feel like no. Okay, but this is gonna be bad because like I know San Diego's like really healthy and like everyone's like trying to be fit AF, but like I don't want quinoa.
Yeah, no.
I don't want like your boiled salmon over some quinoa.
Fuck your quinoa, your quinoa, because no, I honestly don't like or quinoa. Like I can deal with because like rice. Once again, if I can put soy sauce on it,
yeah, you
fine.
can like cover the like taste, I guess. But
no, like unpopular opinion. I totally agree. I'm not a huge salmon girl. Like I'll eat it like in sushi and stuff like that.
Yeah. It has to be like
I will never order the salmon. Like I'm never gonna order the salmon. It's just not gonna happen.
Only way I'll order it is if it's like smothered in like teriyaki sauce and like on a bed of white rice, and it's just like I can't taste the salmon.
Lobster, crab, shrimp, scallops,
sea bass.
I will take all of that over that bullshit.
Salmon.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a slammin' salmon for me. No.
I'm sorry. Like I won't order.
I'm so glad you said that because so many people are like, oh fucking salmon. I'm like.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. It has to like only one way I will eat it.
I think it just like you said like has the like San Diego is a very like health conscious place, which is great. Like I love it.
Yeah.
But no, I don't want salmon.
Yeah. Like I just can't. Like I had
a bad experience as a child.
Oh no, I want to hear the story.
I mean, just like my mom like got these. So there was this like meat company. Where I'm from a town called Roseville. Yours is called what? Borrington.
It's Barrington, but I call it Borrington.
Ours is Roseville. We call it Hoseville only because it rhymes. Maybe there's some hoes there. Who knows? But anyway, so they're Roseville Meat Company. They have like the best like pre-marinated like chickens and meats and stuff. We'd always go there. And I remember one night my mom got this like. I don't even know. It was like a salmon wrapped like fillet of something, and she made it. It was so gross.
No.
Like I just remember like after that I was like fuck salmon.
Oh no, the salmon did you dirty.
The salmon did me dirty, but even like, and I love my mom. She actually is like a pretty good cook most of the time. She also made Brussels sprouts one time. Fucking hated those, but now I love Brussels sprouts.
I love a good like side dish of crispy Brussels sprouts with some pancetta.
Pancetta. Oh, that's exactly
like I need a little bit drizzle.
Of balsamic, garlic. Like if they're made right, but when I was younger, like I just was like fucked over with those things.
Yeah,
but I am not a picky eater at all. I have a question I want to start asking every woman because I'm taking a poll.
Okay.
Do you like olives?
No.
Okay.
Do you like olives?
Yes, I'm obsessed with olives. Listen, but most men do not like olives. I swear it. Like, of course, there's probably, of course, like there are going to be some men. But one of my dating app questions, which we will get into those later, is that so many, like honestly, I'd say probably about 80% of males do not like olives.
Really? My boyfriend's obsessed, and I like look at him like he's like a weirdo. He's just like spitting out the pits.
Dude, you don't like pickles?
I love pickles. Don't like olives.
What the hell?
I don't know. I wish I liked them because I feel like it's good. Like I like olive tapenade, but not the whole olive. I think it's a texture thing. It just freaks me out. It's like kind of weird. Ew! I didn't ever think that was so true.
But hey, I've ridden a dolphin into the midst of Avalon, but I've also eaten olives till I couldn't anymore. So
Oh my God.
I enjoyed both experiences.
Oh,
But no, I fucking love olives. Like red olives, green olives, black olives.
I wish I was
All of
into
it.
Yeah.
I'll
stick to the pickles.
Okay, good. Okay, well, I love pickles. Love olives, but I just had to ask you. Okay, so anyway, so great food.
Yeah.
Voodoo Donuts, am I right?
Oh my God, it was so good.
What
It was
donut
a
did you get?
sketch walk. God, I think we got the
Sketch
original. Yeah, it was like out. Portland is weird at night. It's like very empty. I don't know if anyone else has like experienced this when they go to Portland, but it's like a deserted like ghost town. Like it almost looked like an apocalypse had happened and we were like the only people left out at night. Like no one's there like past 9 o'clock. And we like decided to go on a walk and like go to Voodoo Donuts because it was like a mile away. So we decided to go to Voodoo Donuts. It was like about a mile away, but it was the sketchiest walk. It's like very like deserted, so it was super dark, but we were like, do it for the donut. And I think I got the classic voodoo donut, and it's like this little like kind of looking ghost guy, and he has a little pretzel stick like stabbed in his in his middle. It was cute, but the pretzel stick was like weird and limp after we took it out. But it was like filled with you don't like that. You don't like that. You don't like to see it. But it was like raspberry filled, I think. It was pretty good. And then we got like a Homer donut, and it was like strawberry, and it was so good. Like very, very good donuts. Like I could compare it to like Donut Bar if you've ever been out here.
We have a new one here in Pacific Beach.
Oh yeah. I did hear that opened. Yeah. So it's pretty similar. Like they have like really fun flavors, and like the like actual donut itself is like super like like it's so good. Like I don't like cake donuts, like where it's like, you know, like the old fashioned donuts.
I love a sprinkle donut, honestly.
Yeah, sprinkle donuts are dope. Like the classic like Dunkin' Donuts with like the strawberry and the sprinkle. Those are a good time. Yeah. But yeah, Voodoo Donuts is legit. If you're ever in Portland, definitely go to Voodoo Donuts. And then there's just like a lot of like parks around, like just like there's farmers markets, and it's just like everyone just has like their own personality there. Like you don't like see everyone that looks the same.
Like, very different, like very diverse, unique, like like piercings and
like everyone had like really dark hair and like I don't know, they just like looked like edgier. Yeah. And like you just like know that they're like really smart and they probably like read a lot of books. You know? Yeah, that's probably.
I don't know if I'd know that about them. But, but that's a really nice assumption. Our Portland people would love that. So cheers.
Cheers to that. Thank you, Portland.
With your many leather-bound books.
Exactly. I smell of rich mahogany.
Rich, so rich.
But yeah, it was definitely like a great like long weekend trip. I don't know how I would have felt like spending a whole week there, just like because there isn't like a ton to do. But we like
weekend trip, perfect. Like any
yeah. There was good hikes. There were a lot of waterfalls. It was a really like gorgeous like greenery everywhere like kind of area. So I was down with it. Yeah.
Down.
Good coffee. I'm not even a huge coffee person, and there's like good coffee. Why you like?
You don't drink coffee in the morning?
No. Wow. I know. I wish I liked it. Some olives and coffee. Like I'm sad. I feel like I'm missing out. Like I wish I was like that person that's like addicted to caffeine and like has their like PSLs in October and stuff like that. And I feel like I'm missing out.
Girl, I've already been having my PSCBs, pumpkin spice cold brews, almost on the daily. I've had to stop.
Really?
Well, because so I drink coffee. I have to drink coffee like every morning.
Yeah.
Like I just love the taste of it. Like I love coffee. It's like it's a ritual growing up. Like even when I camped with my grandparents, every morning we drink coffee. My Nana wanted sugar in hers, but no cream in hers, but no sugar. My papa wanted sugar in his, but no cream. And I was like, give me all of both.
Yeah.
But so like from a young age, I started drinking coffee. But yeah, so I usually make coffee at home, so I can't wait. Like on my to-do list in my little notes app is to go to Vons and get the pumpkin spice coffee mate creamer.
Really?
Because I will load up on them straight up. Like I want it is so good. I don't care if people think pumpkin is basic. Honestly, I actually met a guy recently on a dating app, and he said something about, he was like, it's pumpkin spice season, baby. And I was like I love pumpkin spice.
Do you want to get married?
Yeah, he was like, he goes, pumpkin, everything is good. I was like, you know what? That's the energy we need. Yeah, honestly, like I love when a man, to me, a real man could admit that pumpkin spice isn't basic.
Yeah. It's delicious.
It's delicious, and it's honestly like a rite of passage every year in America. Okay?
Exactly.
Probably even other places in the world, but here for sure, when fall hits, like that is what I'm looking forward to. It's pumpkin shit.
Yeah. I need to make some pumpkin bread.
Oh
I like make these like pumpkin cake squares. I like pumpkin stuff, just not coffee.
So why don't you like coffee? Is it because it's
okay? I have a story.
Yes.
Okay, now I can drink a little bit of coffee. Like I like a good like iced mocha. Like I like it, but like I can't drink like a whole cup. It's like weird. But when I think I was like 10 and I was in Boston with my family. We went to some coffee shop and I asked my parents, I'm like, can I get a cup of coffee? And they're like, sure. And so of course, like 10-year-old me is like, I'm going to put like a freaking cup of sugar in it. And like, I'm going to put like all this cream. And I put so much in there to the point where like my stomach hurt so badly that I was like, I don't want to drink it again. And I had this like bad like taste in my mouth towards coffee because I was just like, it just reminded me of being like so sick when I was little.
Well, we all know what coffee does in the morning.
Exactly. Okay, not that kind of stomach ache, but it was like not a good time. Yeah. So like, and I'm trying to take baby steps. Like there's this place called Twigs in North Park and it's really good. It has a really good like iced mocha. And I like those. Like I can have like a baby one, like a kid's cup. Basically.
Wow,
and it's enjoyable.
You were scarred by your coffee experience.
I'm trying to get more into it though. Like I'm really like actively like promoting coffee in my life.
We'll go on a coffee date. I'll show you
that sounds
the
good.
World shining, shimmering, splendid because I am such a coffee drinker. I am not super affected by caffeine. Like it's almost unfortunate. Like I wake up, have a cup of coffee. To me, that's just like
water.
Normal.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this is a warm, delicious beverage to start my day wonderfully. Because how many days do I have left? Who knows?
Yeah.
Might as well start them pleasurably.
All with coffee.
Yes, pleasurably with coffee. But I have some friends who they're like, oh, I can't drink coffee because literally they're like, I need to go to the hospital. Like, because it's like,
so jittery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish that, I don't wish, but like, I am not affected by that. Like, I'll drink coffee, drink pre-workout, go to the gym, and then later in the day sometimes be like, I want a PSCB.
What a
cold brew.
Beast. Like I literally okay, so I don't drink soda often either.
Yeah, not really.
I try not to. Like it does taste good, but yeah, I love a good Dr. Pepper. Oh God, fuck
flavors
up. Yeah, like what even are they? Like the flavors of heaven? I'm not sure.
Have you looked them up? There's some weird shit in there.
No, I think there's cherry is one.
Yeah,
is that correct?
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up after this though, because I'm intrigued. But I have some in my fridge. I don't look at it to I don't want to make eye contact because I will drink it.
I know.
That's like my one weakness.
An ice cold can.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I gotta make sure it's really nicely carbonated. Nothing worse than a flat.
I don't like bottles of soda. I like cans. Cans.
Yeah.
It's fresh.
The plastic makes it not taste good.
Dude, cans are fresh to death. It's just
yeah. That sound, you're just like, oof.
Seriously.
Yeah. No, I'm into it. But I'll have one can and I can't fall asleep well, but I don't get to the point where I'm jittery, gonna have anxiety.
Wow, but you have the caffeine.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I just think it's from so many years of just not drinking any caffeine. It definitely, if I have one at 6 p.m., I'm doomed because I will not fall asleep.
Doomed.
Yeah, not exactly. Good. But I do it for the Dr. Pepper once in a while.
Do it for the Dr. Pepper.
Yep.
So from Pepper to Portland. So anything else you want to say about Portland?
Just go at one point in your life for a weekend trip. Just go on a hike, eat some really great Asian food, and just go for a walk and enjoy the freaking scenery. It's just a fun time.
Hell yeah.
But yeah. Just
anywhere in Portland or Seattle. I went to Seattle for 3 days, and I think that's a perfect weekend
amount of time. Yeah,
yeah. Here in California, it's a quick flight, so might as well.
Right.
To me, 3-day weekend, we're perfect. So,
exactly.
Yeah, totally.
Definitely. It was a great trip.
Great trip. Okay, and so excuse me, where is our next trip to?
I'm lame and I love Disney. I feel like I'm one of those mommy vloggers.
Everybody loves Disney.
Oh gosh, I love Disney so much. I've been going since I was a little kid. Definitely love Disneyland, but I feel Disney World is just has a bigger place in my heart just because if you know Epcot, it's just foodie central. There's 11 little mini countries and you get to eat from all. Have you been to Disney?
I have been to obviously Disneyland many times, but Disney World once when I was a kid.
Okay, so I'm assuming you don't remember much. Yeah.
I don't even think I went to Epcot, but I do remember that one thing I super love, they have in Disney World different cultural foods. And I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
like eating at like an African food place and thinking it was so cool.
Yeah.
So we went on a
Yeah.
safari afterwards and I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
Loved
hell
it.
yeah,
Loved
yeah,
it.
yeah. No, that's like, I think it's so cute. Like, I just love the idea of there being a place where, like, as an adult, you can just, like, be a freaking kid and you don't, like, have to worry about anything. You can just, like, think about, like, your childhood and, like, these Disney movies and just, like, just hang out and go on a couple rides. Like, I'm not one of those people that's like, we need to get on everything, like have this checklist and, like, run.
Do you love a fast pass?
Yeah. Oh, I will not, like, fuck with, like, a 1 hour wait. I was like, I'm not frick with that. Frick with that. No fast pass. I was like trying to censor myself, and then I was like, you know what, fuck it. But
that.
yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna wait like in an over an hour long line. Like, no thanks. I've already been on the ride. Like, the only way I'm gonna go on it is like if I have a fast pass. And like if you're smart, you're gonna wake up really early, go before all the toddlers are out.
Plan it, yeah.
Yeah, plan it well. Just like get a couple fast passes, get like the big rides out of the way in the morning, like have a relaxing like afternoon, like maybe go back to your hotel, like swim, like enjoy. Like they put so much effort into their hotels too. Like it's like so Disney-esque that like you might as well like look around and like appreciate like the grounds. Yeah. So like we always like go in the afternoon when it's like hot and you don't want to be in like a stuffy like theme park or anything like that. And then like go back out at night and just like enjoy your time. And like Epcot is like just the bomb because there is like a ton of food. Like, yeah, I want to get a drink from like 11 continents and just walk around and like try different food from different areas. There's Japan, there's China, got the Asian food, you know?
We're in.
Right?
I'm sold.
Germany has pretzels.
You love pretzels.
I do.
Your
love a good
donut had a
pretzel. Yeah.
You said something else.
TGI Fridays has pretzels. I'm craving the pretzels, but not like a hard ass pretzel. Like I want like a soft, yeah, like a Wetzel's pretzel, like get in my belly kind of vibe.
Okay, yeah. You know what's funny? I'm not a pretzel girl.
What?
Like, I don't not like them.
What about
but
like beer cheese? Like just no.
Yeah, like that sounds cool, but I would rather have a corn dog.
Okay.
Or a pickle.
Yeah.
A big fat pickle.
They have both of those at Disney. So you're set. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can have a bite of my corn dog and I can have a bite of your pretzel, but I don't need a full pretzel. Like
yeah, that's fine.
It's like super, I don't eat a lot of just like bread. So like pretzels are super bready.
Yeah, I'm like a carb like connoisseur.
I'm not ready for the bready.
It's bad, yeah.
Yeah.
I should slow down on the carbs.
No, you definitely don't need to at all. But for others, we have to.
Oh my gosh, don't even. No,
seriously, like, you know, when you're like, how old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so after this year, say goodbye to the carbs.
No, it's already started. It started. I'm just like, I like look down and I'm like, you're not how you used to be.
Why am I like this?
Yeah. And I'm like, no matter how many runs I go on, like I'll eat the salmon and like
I'll eat the salmon.
And it won't make a difference. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's very sad.
They're trying to like plump us up with quarantine too, trying to close down our gyms and shit. We will not.
I was never a runner until the quarantine, and then I was like, I have to do something.
You run?
I do. Wow. Not a lot.
If you see
it's
me
like
running,
2 miles.
Call the police.
Yeah,
like,
it's from something else. Yeah.
I'm a Stairmaster. I like elliptical. Like once again, air conditioned.
Yeah, no, that's the vibe. I go like really early in the morning so that it's not like too hot out yet because I cannot in the afternoon or like the evening I'm like scared, so it's like I just go for the morning run. It's like a nice like cool like 65. Sometimes it's misty. That's a nice, it's like a little misting fan at your face at all times.
Love a little mist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like
you can't miss with a mist.
Yeah, you can't miss with a mist. So okay, your last favorite place.
Yeah, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
I've only been twice, but they were both great trips. Highly recommend. And like if you're in California, we drove one of the times. It was like 7 hours. It wasn't really bad. And like the other one was like a 45-minute flight or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's super
convenient. Yeah. And it's just like it's just so different from San Diego. I felt like I was like in a mini Europe. Just like all the buildings were just so beautiful and everyone's like so sustainable. And like just the food there too. Like that's a foodie central. Like and like Full House. Have you seen Full House?
Whatever happened to predictability?
Exactly. Jesse, hello.
Man, the paper boy. even in TV.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So, I mean, like, you gotta love it just from that. And it was just like such a fun town. Like, again, like really good to like walk around in, lots of parks, lots of good views, like the Golden Gate Bridge, so pretty.
So gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
So nobody's ever talked about San Francisco in here, and I'm so glad that you are, because I don't think it's underrated, because I think everybody like thinks of San Francisco as like this beautiful, just like metropolis, this city,
Yeah.
and it so is. So I grew up in Northern California, so it was about an hour and a half drive for me. I had a boyfriend in high school, a long-term boyfriend who he lived there, so every other weekend I'd go there, and then on the other weekends he'd come and visit my family who also lived in like the Bay Area.
Yeah.
But my tip for San Francisco is, once again, they have like the most amazing food. Chinatown, Little Italy,
100%.
like just how we have here. Look at Little Italy and stuff. Mona Lisa is one of my favorite Italian restaurants that they have in like the heart of Little Italy. You go get just like Italian desserts.
Yeah.
The most amazing fresh pasta, stuff like that.
Oh my gosh.
Pier 39. Madame Tussauds Wax Museum.
Yeah.
Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum. Like when I was younger, that was like kind of the thing, like the move. But then as I started like, you know, going when I was older with like my boyfriend and stuff, there's so many great things to do, like bookstores and coffee shops and just like beautiful views. And then now one of my best girlfriends lives there. Shout out to my girl Cordy Spice. But so Court lives there, and it's been weird right now with all the fires and stuff. I've been like super praying for them. But San Francisco is unlike any other city.
I know. And I'm like almost mad that it took me so long to like get out there, because it's just truly like something else. Like, I just can't even compare it to anything really. It's just something totally different.
I wouldn't live there. I'll say this.
So expensive,
but also a little smelly. Love you guys, but you guys are stinky.
Yeah, a little bit of smelly.
There's like a huge homeless problem there, which is like sad, of course, but it's just like kind of like so there's that. And then also one thing that me and my boyfriend that lived there would fight about all the time is I would get parking tickets out the yang and cry because there's so many parking restrictions. Like, I remember I used to have to like circle the, like I'd drive from my little hometown and drive to see him, and I'd have to circle the block. Sometimes he'd have to get in the car with me and like
it'd be like an hour-long thing.
I'm like crying because I'm like, I like hate, like, I would rather pay to have a known parking spot than to park somewhere and then get a fucking ticket for it later,
it's the worst surprise.
So that's the one thing, like there's not a ton of great parking, and also you have to park on hills. It's a very hilly, like,
no thank you. Imagine me parallel parking my like 411 ass like in my car, like trying to parallel park on like a downward hill. No thanks. No. I'm like terrified that my car is just gonna like freak out and like go straight into the car in front of me.
Well, and then you park and you come back, you know, a couple hours later and you have a ticket. Don't you want to cry? Like, you're like, this was the worst fucking experience.
I'm like, why did I come? And then I'm like, for the food.
No, exactly. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. But other than that, there's so many amazing places to eat, to visit, to see, museums, things like that.
Exactly.
Parks. I am a huge like SF sports fan. Not a huge sports fan in general, but I love my 49ers. I love my Giants. Gone to so many Giants games. It's just so much fun. It's right on the bay. Yeah. Have you been to Alcatraz?
Yes. It was a great experience. You take like a little ferry out there. Okay. And then it's like, it's just like this deserted, like basically island. And we like learned that like basically the whole point of it is so like if the prisoners tried to escape, they would like drown, like because the water is so cold and they can't like escaped. Yeah, I know, it's creepy. But it was very interesting. You basically like put on like little headphones and you like have a cassette and it'll like speak about the areas of like the prison and like give you like the 411 on like what happened in this area and who was in this cell and like all this stuff. So I would highly recommend doing it. I know it's like tourist trap, whatever, but like
I've always wanted to. I just like haven't, because like since the people that lived there for me weren't tourists, they like lived there. There's like we just like would do local local stuff. You know?
I think it's good to have a mix. Like, I think it's good to, like, do, like, the hot spots, like, the must-dos in, like, San Francisco, and then also, like, have someone, like, your friends to, like, take you to, like, what's, like, the local places that, like, no one's, like, hanging out at except for the locals.
So have you walked across the Golden Gate?
No. I wanted to do that. I'm sad. But we walked like along the beach that was like right up next to it. So at least we got like a good view, and it was like a nice, really like beautiful walk, and there was beach surrounding us all over the place. So that was good. But I've always wanted to like, I didn't even drive through it. Yeah. I know.
So I guess just like once it's so crazy, like just like where you're from kind of like administers to the things that you get to do, because I have driven across that bridge so many times, like through Sausalito, which is like one of the richest, most beautiful towns. It's like right above San Francisco. But so walked across the Golden Gate Bridge many times. There's also like off to the left, Courtney took me to this like really pretty view.
Yeah.
The craziest thing for me about the Golden Gate Bridge, to get a little like dark for a minute, is like how many people jump off this thing. Like when you walk across it, but like some people survive, which is so wild to me. And then they always are like, why did I do that? Which I think is like a, you know, like, thank God, you know, it's like a lesson. Dude, I would never jump off a bridge, bro.
I know.
Not even with a bungee cord.
No. People jump off the Coronado Bridge.
I know.
It's so sad.
I know.
It's devastating.
Yeah, so could never do that. I think that those people need to travel more.
Yeah. Maybe to Portland. Get out of town. Go to Disneyland. Get some like fun.
Maybe
like,
not Portland. Portland's fucking crazy. But go to Disneyland and then, you know, rethink the jump. Exactly. If you're in a slump.
Yes.
That's what we have to say.
100%.
Okay, so love that. So San Francisco, anything else like super special that you did that you would like just like you have to do this?
Well, like you probably already know, I'm a big Full House fan.
Yes.
So the Painted Ladies are there. Yeah. And I know it's like cliche to like go visit the Painted Ladies, but there's a park that's right across from the Painted Ladies. She dribbled. I don't know if anyone saw. But we went and we got some like fresh pastries, and we just like put a little blanket on in the park, and we like brought my dog, and we just had like this cute little picnic and like enjoyed and like looked at like the Painted Ladies and just like enjoyed the scenery and just like being there. And just something like that was just super nice, because it just didn't feel like, it wasn't like a rush thing. It wasn't like you have to like pay to like get in here and like all this stuff. It was just like, we're just like enjoying our morning and like having a nice morning.
Having a nice morning.
He had some coffee.
Were you okay?
Yeah, I was okay. I had a few sips of his. I didn't have my own.
Good.
But yeah, no, I would definitely recommend just doing like small things like that. Like those are like the moments I feel like you remember the most. It's just like the quaint, like cute stuff.
Did you go to Dolores Park?
Yes, we did.
So my girlfriend lives right by there, and we went there, and I thought it was so beautiful. Loved that. And then one of my favorite things to do there is to go shopping on Haight and Ashbury.
Oh my God. I remember I went shopping. I don't know if it was that exact area, but I like went into one store, and the dress was like $1,000, and I was like, why am I here? I was like, I have to like turn around. I was like, I cannot. Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, it's so pretty. But like, and I like looked at my mom, and I was like, oh. I was like, it's $100 or like $1,000. And she's like, oh, too bad. And I was like, yeah. And I like walked out. I was like, Mom.
Girl, it is too bad. I was born in this family.
Yeah. Exactly. I was like, no, I'll go to Gear Deli. Bye.
Gear Deli, there's a good one.
That was a good spot to hit up too. I know there's like ones all over, but you know, classic. Exactly.
So yeah, Haight and Ashbury, it's kind of like a hippie, like stoner kind of vibe.
That's fun.
Yeah, so they call it Hippie Hill over there. So like basically people go and they're like smoking, chilling. It's a lot, like reminds me of like a tie-dye good vibe kind of thing.
Nice. Tie-dye's in.
Yeah, so they have a lot of cute, really cute thrift stores, which I love that too. And come on, people in SF, they have style. So
yeah,
like,
they do.
You find some gems. I have a couple dresses that I bought years ago that I still have, and I got them from like thrift stores there. So I love that. Yeah, dude, SF is just it's
a great time. Yeah, there's something for everyone.
It is too cold for me though. It's a little too chilly.
Yeah, it's
there
just
are some
kind
nice
of like
days, some nice sunny days, but like I can't do the gray would make me sad.
Yeah, I mean that's how like Borrington was. It was like winter for like 6 months.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then the summers are like 90 and like humid, and I'm just like, get me out of here. So yeah, no, I feel that. Like I enjoy like the San Diego weather minus right now because it's hot as fuck.
It's hot as fuck. If we had air conditioning, we wouldn't be crying, but...
I know. I have no AC, and it's a sad, sad time.
Well, and that's the thing about San Diego, and like, hello, global warming, because maybe back in the day, we didn't need air conditioning,
but ocean breeze.
We absolutely need it now.
Oh, 100%. Like, I'm like going to move, and like one of the main reasons is like air conditioning.
So speaking of moving, you're moving with your boo.
I am. My boo thing.
Your boo thing. So tell me a little bit about that. So how did this come about?
We met on Bumble which, haha, like, yeah, what a joke. I haven't had the best experiences on Bumble, but it was pretty recently after my like breakup. It was like probably 2 months afterwards. And I really didn't expect anything to come out of Bumble. Like I was just like, I just need to feel better. And like, I need to get myself out there a little bit. And like within like the first day of us talking, I was like, I'm going to marry him. Like he is just like me as a guy. And like maybe like a little different because he's like super into sports and stuff like that. And he's tall. So like that's not me.
How tall is he?
He's 6 foot. So good height for me. Because
Yeah.
anything above that, I'm just like, my neck hurts. Like I can't like look at you without like being in pain, you know?
We don't need that, yeah.
Exactly. So no, he was great from the start. He was super witty. He like communicated well.
We love banter.
Yes,
Banter
exactly.
boys.
I was like laughing and I was like texting my friends. I was like, why is he funny? I was like, why is he so funny? But yeah, so it was like a great, like we just clicked from the start. And then our first date, it was funny too. I was telling my friends, I was like, if he takes me to the farmer's market for our first date, I'm literally going to marry him. Where did he take me? Take a guess.
Farmer's market.
The farmer's market.
Why? Like what? Like why do you think that he thought that was the move? Did you mention the farmer's market?
No, I think we like were friends on Instagram and like a lot of my highlights had the farmer's market in it. So I think he just did his research.
Good boy.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, cool,
Highlights
food.
be coming in clutch.
I know. Like he stalked me, but I'm cool with it. So yeah. And then ever since we've just been going strong. It's been like 1.5 years.
Wow.
And yeah, now we live together.
So how long did it take you guys to live together?
It took about 1 year because his lease was, no, wait, I'm trying to figure out. I think his lease was ending and mine had like 2 months left. So he moved into my place just for those 2 months until we could find like a new place together. So yeah, that's pretty quick, like 1 year.
I mean, I think that like as far as timing, which I have another topic I want to talk to you about timing in a moment. Timing, it's all like subjective to the situation. It's like how you feel about that person. I had, been dating somebody for almost a year and they wanted to move in and I was like, no way.
Yeah.
But then like there's also certain people I've been dating before that have just been like, like let's do this and I'd consider it,
Right.
So it's all about the vibe. It's all about how you feel about each other. But I am somebody who doesn't want to play house. But like you said, you already knew from the beginning, you're like, I want to marry this person.
Yeah.
So like, why not?
No, it worked out too. And like we already spent like a ton of time together. So it wasn't like going to be like a shock where like we were like one of those couples that spent like 1 day a week together. And like that was like our date night of the week. Like we spent like probably like 4 or 5 days out of the week together.
So you kind of knew what it was gonna be.
Yeah. But then like COVID hit and like now we don't never like see each other. So I'm just like, you gotta like go like hang out with your buds and I gotta go get my nails done. Like we need a little bit of space. Yeah, exactly. But like, no, he's really, really good about stuff. And he's just like a really like caring, like legit guy, which is like rare, I feel like. And he's from Boston. I told him my coffee story.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
I love me a good East Coaster.
I know. He's just very straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's like, he almost communicates like in the beginning, like he would communicate a lot to the point where I'm like, you don't need to tell me this.
You just don't have to say.
Yeah.
Anymore. Can you just stop?
Like I'm so glad, like I'd rather have that because he's like very honest and like my ex was like someone who just like lied constantly. So it's just like very refreshing.
Lied constantly?
Oh, 100%. Like everything about like that relationship was like a lie.
What did he lie about?
Just everything, like where he was, like what his goals were, like what he truly like thought about things. He was just like one of those people that like, it's just like, it almost seemed impossible to like get the truth out of him. And I was like, who even are you? Like, what is happening? Like what, like I never understood because one day it was one thing and the next day he was into something else. And I'm like, what is happening here? So it was very refreshing to meet someone who's like super upfront and honest and just like to the point. And like I feel like those like are definitely like the East Coast vibes.
Yeah. So yeah, we don't want a fixer upper. We want, like we're improving ourselves always. We want someone who's doing the same.
Exactly.
And improvement doesn't mean changing everything every single day. Like just like,
just
let's
be
get
you
it together, be yourself.
And let's strive. Yeah. Exactly. For what we're like moving towards. If it changes, let's talk about it. Let's like decompress about like what the situation is and all this stuff. And yeah. And he's just very like, he looks forward and he just moves forward and he just like has his mindset. And it's just like, so I'm like, thank you
We need
for
that.
knowing what you want.
We need that energy.
Exactly.
So, speaking of things that we need, so you met him on a dating app because you're like, I'm in need of some new stimulation. Like, so we were talking earlier, you're like, I'm not somebody who wants to just like be a serial dater. You're looking for a relationship. So,
Exactly.
So how long would you say you were on that before you met your man?
Oh gosh. I was on it probably a month and a half before I met him. I went on a date, I think with one other person. And that was interesting.
Any news to share there?
I mean, he was like one of those people where he would just say like, oh, I don't really date much. Like, I never really met a girl that like, I just felt like I could truly vibe with, and kind of just giving me like this, like, I don't know, show of like how like he just could never meet like the one.
I'm
and
not
so
like other guys.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh yeah. So then in my head, I'm like, well, maybe I should show him that I can be like the one. And so we were like going on a few dates, and like he's like, I told my mom about you, and I never tell my mom about like the girls I go out with. And I was like, okay, cool.
What a line.
Yeah, what a line. And then I remember I went home for Christmas break, or like Christmas. I'm like in college still. I went home for Christmas, and then I came back. So we went on a date to Coronado, and the first like major red flag is that I think I went to like hold his hand or like kiss him or something like that, and he's like, I don't do PDA. And I was like, but like holding your hand or like just
Bitch,
like
you better touch me right now.
I was just like, what's your problem?
Wow.
I was like, I'm not like, this isn't like our first date. Like, I just thought it was so weird. I was like, that's just like,
He said, I don't do, no.
Yeah. And I just like I didn't know what to say. I just stopped talking. And then from then on, I'm like, no, it feels weird. And then like,
yeah, that feels super weird.
And then he stopped like talking, and I was like, you know what? I don't care. Like, I'm like not going to talk to you then. And then before that, we both like obviously like I think I met him off Hinge, and we had our Hinge profiles, and he was like, oh, I deleted all my apps, like blah, blah, blah. And my friend in Florida put her location to San Diego and saw he was still on the app. And I like messaged him, and I was like, dude, like, so like, I'm like, I don't care if you're on the app. Like, you can be on the app. Like, we are not like exclusive by any means, but like, don't lie about it. Like, I'm not into like the lying. He's like, I don't know what that is. Like, I think it's just on there still because I like just deleted the app, like blah, blah, blah.
Dude.
Yeah. So I was like, nah. And then like I didn't like talk to him again for like 4 days, and he like texted me being like, oh, what's up? So I didn't talk to him for about 4 days, and then I heard from him, and he was just trying to talk to me like everything was normal.
Like normal.
Yeah. And I literally was like, it's okay. Like, you don't really like me that much because I know you're not like putting effort in. I just got to the point
Did you
where
say?
like, yeah, because I just got to the point where I'm like, I'm so done with like men who are just like rude and like just like lying about things.
Half in, half out.
Yeah. And I'm just like, and it's just to the point where I'm like, I don't even have a filter. Like, I really don't care if you like think I'm like nutso.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
What
just
are you
like,
gonna do about it?
exactly.
Probably nothing because you're lame.
Yeah. And I'm like, and I don't want you anyway. So I'm just like, I was like, you know what? I'm just like done talking to you. Like, it's clear it's like not going to work out. And he's like, what? Like, I don't want it to be this way. Like, I've been looking at my phone for the last hour. Like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, what? I was like, you're nuts. Like, what do you mean? I was like,
crazy.
you're the one that didn't talk to me and like was acting so weird. I'm like, what do you mean? So yeah, so that was just like another whole thing. So when I met Jonathan, my current boyfriend, I was just like, you are so refreshing. Thank you for being you.
Thank you for being you. Yeah. You know, honestly, sometimes we need just like a refresher after the stressor because
yeah,
honestly, dating is stressful.
It is.
It's like, it's fun. Like, it can be fun. I have gone on some really, really great dates. But like, I think at this age, like, I'm not looking for just like to date.
Yeah.
I want to like, if I go on a date with somebody and I want to see you again, then, you know, you'll know it. But
exactly.
like a lot of the guys I've gone on dates with, I've been like, you know, this is a good time, but probably not like in the future. So it's just kind of knowing what you want. And once again, like, opposite of your last boyfriend who changed it every day, I know what I want, and like that's what I'm gonna stick to. One thing I'm finding with a lot of like dating app dudes is that like they're really aggressive sexually.
No, they are. And it's uncomfortable.
So you told me you had a story, and I'd love to hear it because it also has to do with one of our favorite episodes, everyone. Erica was catfished.
I was. Not to the extreme, but just to like like
She threw
enough
it
to be
back.
catfished.
She
Yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
reeled in, she had to throw it
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, like, and his profile, like, he looked like he was the same person, but he definitely, like, they were probably from a few years ago. Like, he's, like, put on a little weight, like, whatever. I'm not gonna judge you. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, like, I don't want to be on this date now. So it's, like, fine. We went on, like, a first date. It was good. But he kept wearing hats. And I was like, I don't, like, why are you wearing hats all the time? I was like, I want to, like, see your face, like, clearly. And so then the second date, we were at my apartment complex and we had, like, a hot tub and pool. And so we were going swimming. So he took off the hat, like nothing, whatever. And then he bent down to pet my dog. And I am so short that I couldn't tell from like his standing height. And when he bent down, he was like completely balding. And I felt bad. I was like, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna write you off. Like, that sucks that you're like 23 and like that's happening. I'm sure like it's in like an insecurity.
Shave it.
Yeah, like whatever, like
Don't
rock
save
the
it,
bald
shave it.
head. Yeah. So it's just like, I'm not gonna like hate on you. That's fine. And then it got to the point where like I had school in the morning and I like wanted to go to bed and he kept lingering and I'm like, no, this isn't gonna happen kind of thing. And so then he just like stopped me and he goes, okay, so like, can I ask you, when will you be ready to have sex with me? And I was just like,
Absolutely fuck no.
I was like, why would you even ask me that? And I'm like, now, like, I don't even want to at all because you asked me. Like, and I was like,
If you have to ask, my favorite thing is if you have to ask, you already know.
Exactly. I'm like, you probably picked up on the vibe that I was putting down that like,
when are you gonna be ready to have sex with
yeah. And so like, I was just like, I literally was like, what do you want me to say? Like December 2nd? Like, I don't have a date for you. And then he like didn't get
Barf,
that it was weird.
Barf.
And he like, I like, didn't answer his texts for like 4 days and he kept texting me and he was like, hey cutie, like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, how are you not getting it? Like, I'm like, and I told him, I was like, straight up, I'm like, what you said was weird. And he's like, yeah. He was like, I guess in like hindsight, it was kind of strange. Like, I'm sorry for approaching it like that. And I'm like, you shouldn't have said
Did
anything.
he explain himself?
No.
Well, I mean, we already know he just he's trying to get it in, but like that is so not smooth. Like, dude, for all these dudes that love sports, you have no game.
I know. I was just like,
no
what?
game.
Like, haven't you like read up on like how to like talk to a woman? Like, you're 23. You've been on like a decent amount of dates, I'm assuming, or watched TV or like something.
To me, in that regard, the less you say about it, the closer you are to getting it.
Yeah.
Because like if you're gonna like say about it or even be super aggressive, like I've gone on a couple dates or like, you know, even like second, third dates and like dudes are just really try to be physically aggressive and it's like, trust us. We want to fuck too. We want
It's
to feel
a need.
good. Yeah, it's a need. It's a want and a need. But like we don't need it or want it from somebody who is going to make us feel pressured.
Yeah.
Who is going to ask about it.
Yeah.
Literally, don't talk about it, be about it applies here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But also just like let it come naturally. Like, you'll know if I'm feeling you in that way. And if not, you asking about it is going to make me uncomfortable for one and make me even less likely to want to for two.
And then I'm just going to feel
so
weird
strange. How
about
do
being
people
around you.
not get it?
I don't know.
That's why they need us to say this.
Exactly. They should like listen to this podcast ASAP because apparently they don't understand.
Apparently they don't, because it is like a recurring theme, sister.
Yeah. I feel bad. I'm sorry you're still on the apps.
Thank you. Yeah,
I apologize.
No, yeah, it's so no. I like just recently got it a couple weeks ago because I had been seeing somebody, you know, stop, and then like for a month I was like, oh no, I was like focusing, and then I was like trying to focus on feeling good in some other ways, and you know, so but. Yeah, they suck. It's not fun. It's cool to meet people. I've met some really great people that aren't necessarily for me forever, but like you just meet cool people from them, which is cool.
Connections,
but like I don't want to connect anything else with somebody who is going to make me feel like that's what the only thing they're there for.
And that like you need to or something, like you're expected to.
Yeah, no, like
get off my dick.
Expectation is the root of all heartache. But it is also the root of all you not getting fucked if you are going to expect anything from me, you know, without warrant. Like, it's so weird.
Yeah. I don't know who taught them their manners, but it's not working out for them.
So with your boyfriend, like what was different about it where you were like, he obviously wasn't like pushy or?
Yeah, he was just like such a gentleman. Like I felt like almost I was like the person to like make the moves because he was just so polite and like just not pushy whatsoever. Like, you could just tell that he was like raised correctly, and he's like a serial dater. He's only had like serious girlfriends, like 2, I think, like that before me. So it's like, it's not like he's like this big player guy. Like, I didn't get this vibe where he's like cocky and like he knows he's hot shit and like all this stuff. It was more like a, like, I'm going to open your car door and like make you comfortable and make you laugh. And I'm like, you make me laugh. And so now you can do other things because
now you can make me other things.
Yeah. Other things. But exactly. It's just like that vibe where like, if you're respecting me and you're just trying to like connect with me as like a human being and like just be there for me and get to know me, then like I'm going to be like way more into you. Like, that's such a bigger turn on than someone who's like bringing it up or like trying to like do weird advancements or like brag about like how many people they've dated or whatever. Like, I'm not into it. I don't want to hear about it. Yeah. So he just like was like had such a different vibe where I just was like, I do want to like connect with you because I don't feel like you're going to fuck me over. You know, like if I have the vibe that you're not going to do me wrong. Yeah. Listen to your gut, ladies, because it's literally always right. Like,
my favorite,
you know.
Listen to your gut. She knows what's what.
Yes, exactly. I'm going to start saying that. Because it's true.
It is so true. And so we are going to end it off on, boys, if you treat us right, you just might eventually get to stay the night.
Oh, that was a good one.
Erica, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Love chatting with you today. Everybody, thanks for joining us here on Up to Date, and we will see you next time.